Chirac, and I received the Peace and Exhibition.
Jacques Chirac actually showed your books to his kids.
Yes, and I have a handwritten letter from him. And then Italy, this was the time when the 500th anniversary of the trip of Colombo, who started in Italy and lived.
Right. Cristoforo Colombo?
Yeah.
In 1492, and that was that was the 500th anniversary, and you had your characters go on a mythical trip.
Yes. Yes.
And that's sort of the running theme, is your characters just don't go on trips. They actually teach lessons.
Yes.
They have a running theme. They even do a little bit of time traveling of sorts.
And now I'm doing one on British Columbia because the Winter Olympics will be there in
2010.
That's
right. And your characters also, they've had a running theme with the Olympics. They went to the original Olympics.
Yes.
And then they went and they've gone back. They've been there in reincarnation several times. Like you said, in Montreal, they also went. That was the first time they discovered the Olympics.
In Montreal.
Right. Now, Cica, you and Cica have a special relationship. I understand that Cica loves to swim.
Yes.
And Cica the cat, which
yes.
is kind of unusual, that Cica likes to swim
yes.
daily. She's
so do I.
Right. Yeah. Almost to the point where Cica wears a bathing suit under her clothes.
Yeah.
It's like her super outfit. And this character is somewhat patterned after you.
Yes, and now I'm even sleeping with her.
With the bathing suit.
Yes.
Well, that must be what keeps you youthful.
Yeah.
Your characters have still kept that childlike quality. They're still very curious, and
yeah, it's really unbelievable that this cat is so curious, and she sits in the window most of the time and looks around, and it's unbelievable.
There may even there's been an evolution in the drawings of your characters, and you've had several artists do drawings over the 30 some odd years of doing books, and now you're actually evolving the characters to the point where someone is going to do an animation.
Yes.
And so your characters, and I had actually built the next generation characters in Mascotts, which I showed you. They're not like your characters really in so many ways, because that was the intention.
Yes.
That they would be the next generation of characters, so they wouldn't be directly, and they're kind of an inspiration of your characters, and also to kind of keep a distance from your animation. That's something that's been in the works for a little while, and it's going to be a Hungarian-English co-production. Is that right?
Yes.
And the characters, it has the opportunity to become reproduced in several languages and many languages. Is this? You've also, I've actually got some video. You've got a puppet show on video that you did a while back.
Yes, there were 3 puppet shows. Started in the Royal Ontario Museum, and they went around in schools and libraries. And of course, the books are in the libraries as well.
And your characters have been reproduced. The first ones, I'm not sure if you know the artist, Shirley Greenfield, but she did Mr. Dressup's characters.
Yes.
And it looks to me like she did your puppets too.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, oh, okay. And I was just looking at the style.
And of course, for the Writers' Union, in the last 15 years, I organized Canadian book exhibitions around the world.
Right.
And my books were included as well.
Right. So, well, maybe we could talk about that. That's something that you have you started a while ago.
Yes, in 89.
1989, and was Budapest the first?
Budapest the first, and it was interesting because a year earlier I was introduced to a professor who was in touch with Whittaker, the writer who just died recently, 96 years old, who was the journalist of the Globe and Mail, and Herbert Whittaker. And he was in touch with a Hungarian professor who taught English in the Hungarian university, and he has never been to Canada. And so we organized with the York University, they accepted him. And he came over and he taught here. And this was the time when I was the president of the external affairs, of the foreign affairs of the Writers' Union of Canada. And my idea was that I should organize Canadian book exhibitions around the world, and this way the people would be interested in Canadian authors. And so the first one was I organized it in Budapest with the help of this Hungarian professor, and then it became so popular that I was invited in many countries.